Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast. In this episode, I will be reacting to Can You Keep a Secret, which I've already shown you the trailer for in a previous episode, but I'm going to show it for you anyway before I get on with my reaction, like I do with all of my reactions, and obviously it will follow a very similar form to my Waterloo Road reaction, which if you've listening is already released. If it's on YouTube and watch the episodes, I'm not quite sure, but here is the trailer for Can You Keep a Secret. Similar to Waterloo Road, it's only about 30 seconds. Here it is.
Can you keep a secret? Dad,
It turns out I hadn't died.
the money from your dad's life insurance finally came through.
Please, this is fraud.
You have to give the money back.
What sort of friend blackmails their own mates?
We're a crime family.
Oh, don't be silly. We're just a bit complicated, like the Beckhams.
That was the...
Like the Beckhams.
Oh, it really played it again. We played a bit again for some weird reason. But yeah, that was the trailer for Can You Keep a Secret. Now it's time for my reaction. Again, kind of, I'm going to try and not do spoilers straight away, and then I'll tell you what I am. But yeah, obviously it's got Dawn French, you'll know from loads of sitcoms. Mark Heap, who is most well known, what I know him from is Friday Night Dinners. He played Jim, who was a neighbour that just kind of annoyed everybody. And I had a dog, well, 2 dogs and a cat in one episode, I seem to remember. We also have Craig Roberts, who I've never seen in anything before, so I didn't know who he was, so it was a nice surprise. And then we've got Mandik Gill, who I recognise from Yasmin Khan as Yasmin Khan in Doctor Who. And as I mentioned in a previous episode, or future, depending upon if you're listening or watching, that I have already listened to the 13th Doctor Adventures, Ride or Die, so the newest 13 in Yaz adventure, which obviously does star Mandik Gill as Yaz with Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor. As I mentioned in that episode, I don't tend to react to audios because it's because the difference is that a visual thing, that's what it is, whereas I would just be reacting to what's in my head, not what's actually happening, so it's a little bit different. Hence why those when I used to review and react to them would be as long as they were. So yeah, it's just yeah, so I'm going to now go into spoilers. By the way, that was basically just the cast, but yeah, this is, again, with all my reactions, they are going to be a bit all over the place. So kind of episode 1, we saw a bit of it in the trailer. There is the mum revealing that the dad isn't actually dead, and Craig Roberts' character Harry is stunned by this, and then yeah, the mum asks Debbie, her name is Debbie, asks Harry to keep it a secret, and then William, who's the name of the dad, and then we learn kind of why William was presumed dead in the first place, because he took too many pills, and Debbie rang an ambulance because he wasn't responding to her, and then he wakes up, and she, to her credit, actually, it wasn't like she went, oh, he's alive now, I'm not going to tell anyone. She does try to get the death certificate sorted, which she isn't able to. So yeah, basically William is kind of, anytime anyone comes around, he's in the loft, put in the loft, which actually a similar thing happens at the end of episode 6, which I'll get to, which is kind of leaves the series on a cliffhanger. So because I didn't know if it was a one and done series thing, or if it would be multiple series, but that kind of aligns with it being multiple series. I'll get onto that in a minute. But yeah, what else happens? Debbie nearly, we think, accidentally kills someone. That turns out not to be true, because we learn throughout the series someone is blackmailing William and Debbie and Harry for money, because as we see in the trailer, William's life insurance has come out. It's a £250,000, I think it is, which I still don't get that kind of that money connects thing with how much you love someone. That's not necessarily how it works, really. I don't necessarily how that it might, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's just one of those things. But yeah, it's very interesting. It was, again, similar to Waterloo Road. I thought, I'll keep it to the one episode a week. So I watched the one episode on the Wednesday, and then I think after I'd watched Waterloo Road, I was like, we'll just watch that now. And there's only 5 episodes, they're only half an hour each, so that was only 2.5 hours instead of 5 hours or 6 hours like the Waterloo Road. It was in one go, one day. But yeah, Can I Keep Your Secret? Obviously, it's got a good cast, as I talked about previously. It is great to see Mandip Gill in more of a comedic role. Obviously, we've seen her in more dramatic things. Not to say the Doctor Who isn't funny, but this is like properly. She just play a police officer, which obviously it was pointed out Yaz was a police officer in Doctor Who, because that kind of the only roles that the Mandip Gill seems to get. But no, she's a bit different, because Nayar, I think her character is, who Harry's married to. Debbie asks him to not tell her until he basically can't, and tells her, and then because originally, and this was one of the funnier bits of the show, was she thought he was having a nervous breakdown or some kind of when people lose people and they say, they're with me. Well, obviously he meant it in a literal sense, not in a spiritual sense, I suppose. So and as I said, this is kind of a mystery throughout the series about who is blackmailing them, and then we learn that it's Jean. Spoilers, I did say spoilers before, but yeah, that's the big spoiler. Obviously we don't find that out until episode 6, and Jean is or pretends to be blind, we learn. She's got some kind of visual impairment, but she can still see okay. It's just that was a surprise. I was like, who are they going to be? Because they were going through the people who it could be, because I think that's the end of episode 1 or episode 2, I can't quite remember which one. But yeah, and then we learn that Jean not only is blackmailed them, she poisons, drugs, isn't it? Yeah, drugs William and Harry, and then also poisoned Pamela Anderson, not the famous Pamela Anderson. That is another joke, ongoing, reoccurring joke within the show. So yeah, it's just one of those. But back to how the series actually ends, which is that kind of Debbie decides to organise a party for everyone to celebrate everyone. I don't know why, just to celebrate Jean being arrested, possibly. Who knows? I think that's what it was, and kind of because William is kind of legally dead, that he hides in the cupboard, and then Debbie does, which Harry finds, and then Harry joins them, and then they the person that kind of said that the William was dead to begin with finds them all, and Debbie asks if she can keep a secret. So that's why I think it's going to go in multiple series. But without further ado, let me know what you thought of Can You Keep a Secret if you watched it, my reaction if you didn't. But without further ado, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.